My name is Scott Burton, and I'm being interviewed by Bobby Fazio.
All right, in part two of our Scott Burton interview, he also has a Super Stock 1991 Pontiac Firebird, 428 cubic inch engine. I know this car. This car was on the East Coast. I've raced against this car before. Scott, where'd you get this car?
This car came from Steve Smith and was campaigned out of Division One, and I bought it from him. I think it was 2016, and it was a low compression 400. And I bought it with it in mind to do this 428 deal. Being a motor guy, you know, I just couldn't pass it up. It's kind of it's probably as far as this engine will evolve, especially in Super Stock. And,
now it's a 428 cubic inch engine. This is Super Stock GT. In Super Stock, you are allowed to take the engine out of an older or newer car and put it in that same make body style. So this is a 428 Pontiac. What would this motor have been out of?
It was a 68 Pontiac engine.
Okay.
And like at a Grand Prix or whatnot. And it's got, of course, the Edelbrock heads. You have to shrink the runners down to 188 cc's on the intake. Gary Hetler did the heads and stuff on this thing. It's got a Kaufman block. Crowder did the cranking rods. It's a pretty good piece. It makes about 750 horsepower as well. And
what's the advertised and NHRA rated for this combo?
It's at 330, and you can run at 335 with a thinner head gasket if you want. So.
And then what kind of carburetor?
It's got an old Quadrajet on it, and you know, I kind of wish you had a Dominator on it, but you know, this is what they give us. And
what kind of CFM is the Quadrajet?
Yeah, they're 750 CFM carburetor. It's got Santos on the front and the back, and I did a new rear end for. I've gone through this car from front to back, you know, underneath.
What kind of transmission?
It's got a Pro Trans in it, 255 low Pro Trans, a 488 9-inch 40 spline Mosier rear in it.
Well, this reminds me of...
Don't look at the headliner, it's falling down.
It reminds me of high school, yeah, riding in friends' cars.
It's got the 80s, 90s GM headliner.
And a trans brake button.
Yeah.
You are allowed to run trans brakes in Super Stock.
And we've tried several different buttons. I'm kind of down to the one on the steering wheel. It all works great till I'm moving around and I hit the button and the thing locks up.
Whoa,
but, you know,
you gotta be careful with that.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that.
And then what kind of rear?
It's a 40 spline Mosier 9-inch sheet metal rear end in it.
All right, in Super Stock, you don't have to remain corporate with the rear. You can run a Ford 9-inch rear in your Pontiac Firebird. Can we open this trunk?
We can open this
trunk.
I
can really feel like I'm in high school again. Look at this.
Yeah. Yeah, it can use some interior.
The trunk stays up perfectly. It definitely.
Well, you buy new
they've
lifts,
definitely been replaced.
You have to buy all those. Yeah.
They never lasted a while back in the day.
No, and the hood's the same way. So, you know.
All right, Scott.
Now this is my brother-in-law, and anytime Brad and I win a race, we get a case of beer. So you know, you gotta realize what's important.
Right.
You know, priorities are everything.
Now, how's it going in Super Stock? How are you doing this weekend?
Well, I've won first round in Super Stock, and we're getting ready to go up for the second round.
Okay. Do you know who you have to race?
Yes. Yeah, Tom Nolan. So.
All right. Well, good luck to you, Scott. Thanks for spending a little time with us.
Thank you.
And we wish you luck for the rest of the weekend and next weekend as well for the divisional race here.
Thank you very much.